Blog Talk Radio.
Pretty.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. And today I have my co-hosts, Kelly and Barbara, who are probably very confused.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah.
You're wondering what that was. You're really wondering what that was?
Uh-huh.
Okay, Kelly, Karen,
Yes.
why don't you tell them what that was? That was the surprise for both of you.
I would if I knew what it was. What was that?
Tell them what it was. Tell you what it is, Karen. Tell them what it is, Karen.
That was a gift from our lovely friend Paul Fowler.
Really?
He created our intro music for us. God bless him, and gifted it to us. He wanted it to be a surprise for you guys.
That is so cool.
Isn't that the sweetest? He's so amazingly talented.
Yes, he is. Wow.
So what do you think of it, Barbara?
Well, it sounded I like the music. I could tell I really like the music, so thank you, Paul. But it sounded a little staticky, and it was the quality of it. Was it staticky on your line?
It was a little. I'm trying to find a nice way to say loud.
Yeah, loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But I really like
this is
the
the first
music.
time.
Isn't that beautiful?
This is the first time we aired it.
Yes,
The
thank
first
you.
time, the first time they sent it to me. It was about 2 minutes long, and the thing is that I figured that if an intro were 2 minutes long, that would start to get confusing. So I started looking at
Well,
other
not
shows
only
like
that,
The
but
Big Bang
we'd have
Theory.
to charge.
Yeah.
We'd have to charge for concert tickets.
Yeah. So I figured, I told them, I looked at The Big Bang Theory, and I said, well, can you make it like 30 seconds? So he got it down to 41 seconds.
Bless his heart.
And we were originally going to do this on the Guided Meditation on Sunday, but it turned out, I was able to figure it out. We now have intro music. So you have
Isn't
an
that
announcement
beautiful?
to make on the Facebook
That's
page,
great. I really
Kelly,
like it.
and
Yep.
I like it.
and we now have a theme song. So people are now going to associate us with the theme. And I like it because when I listened to it, I started imagining like a video of us running around,
Uh-oh. Giving away all the secrets of life, laughter, happiness, Jonathan.
Yeah. So, anyway, me and Karen, we wanted to surprise you with this. So.
Yep.
Wow, that's really cool.
I
Thank
thought
you.
it was wasn't that just lovely of him? I mean, we had talked about it weeks ago, and he surprised us with it. It was like, wow.
It is such a great, it's an introduction music tune. It really is. Good job, Paul. Wow.
Isn't that? It's so happy. It's such happy music.
Yeah, it is.
Blog Talk was doing for us, but it was
Isn't
Paul.
that amazing? Yep.
Yeah.
It was. You can probably, like, if you play it back, hear me in the background, like, what is that?
Yeah.
I said that too. I go, what is that? And I was like that, and Priscilla's like, Mom, you just said that. You're not on mute. I'm like, well, I'm wondering what it is.
I'm glad somebody's keeping an eye on all of us. You know.
Oh my gosh! I looked at Brian. I'm like, "Are you playing music? You know my show's starting." Because that's the look I gave him.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. She thought I was playing it too for a minute. She's like, Mom, why are you? Nope, that's something else is going on. I'm like, what is it?
It's the surprise from our friend
Wow.
Paul Fowler.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
But
cool.
anyway, I'm glad that we have the intro music, and I wanted to ask. Now, you did you want to do the chart now, Kelly, or did you want to wait a bit and get a caller or two?
Well, we can do it now if you guys are okay with it. And,
Sure, let's
you know,
do it now.
Okay.
Okie
Yeah.
dokie.
I'm
Well,
excited.
you have so much fire in your chart, Miss Kelly. You have 5 planets ruled by fire. You have
Wow.
the sun in Sag, the moon in Leo, Mercury in Sag, Venus in Sag, and Neptune in Sag. Okay? And just to make sure everything gets fanned really well, you have a Gemini ascendant.
Oh.
You know, air fans fire.
Oh, goodness.
It's,
Wow.
I looked at
Okay.
your chart and I went, wow, talk about not doing things halfway. No wonder.
No, it's called go big or go home.
Oh, that's exactly right. Well, that would definitely describe your chart. And
yeah.
very creative with all those planets in Sagittarius. And anything you apply yourself to, anything you're interested in doing, you will apply yourself to. I mean, full on. It's you don't do anything halfway. And by the way, all this health stuff, I said to you earlier, all this health stuff you're dealing with right now, you have all those planets in your, all those Sag planets right now in that 6th house, which is work, service, and health. So you will get them all taken care of right quick here. You know?
Oh, good.
So
Wow.
amazing. Yep.
Good.
I love it. You have a very busy 6th house.
Oh.
You have all 5 planets. You have 5 planets ruled by Sagittarius in that 6th house.
Wow.
I could not have said that better myself, my friend.
That's
It's
kind of a
sort of
big
like,
deal.
all righty then.
Wow. So
Yeah.
that is kind of a big deal.
Well, it's something that really is, you don't do things halfway. And if you're interested in it, you commit and you do it. You get it done. And you'll do it right because you're not interested in just phoning it in. You know? And that's the gift of all that fire. And it's so funny because I look at your chart and Barbara's chart, and you guys have a lot of things in common. All those stelliums. Yep. It's so funny, which is a whole bunch. It's a cluster of planets in the same sign.
Oh.
And she's because she has Leo sun, and you have late Leo moon. Of course, you guys. It's like there you are. You know?
Oh, cool. Okay.
I love that. I love that. And she and I both fall in the house of home and family for you. With her Virgo planets, they fall in the 4th house, and I fall in your 5th house. And it with my Libra planets. So it's like you're just kind of stuck with us.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I like
And
that.
Jonathan, it cracks me up because, and of course, there you are right in her first house. No, excuse me.
Oh.
You actually are in her 12th house, which is the very end of Gemini. I mean, the very beginning of Gemini. Isn't that funny?
Oh, wow.
Which is that is a karmic relationship. You guys knew each other before.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Wow.
I like it. So
Yeah,
you're gonna
wonderful.
have a whole bunch of activity this year, and a lot of it's going to be about taking care of you,
Oh,
and
well,
a whole bunch of goodies.
oh, okay.
Honey,
Oh.
you'll start feeling better very shortly.
Oh, good. Good.
So worry not.
Oh, good. Boy, that'll be nice. Yeah. Wow. And it's about time for me to start taking care of me instead of everybody else.
Well, it's definitely a time where you're going to be taking care of yourself. That is, and you will feel so, I want to say, perky coming into this new year. So I like it.
Wow, I haven't felt that in a while. So
yeah, I know. That's why I said to you, big changes.
Oh,
Positive changes.
Oh, thank you.
I like it.
Oh, good.
That's
Good.
a beautiful thing. You also should be working quite a bit.
Oh.
Okay. And it's so interesting because there will be money generated from other people's, some structured, almost like a structured settlement, or money coming in from, I want to say work, but it doesn't feel like it's like a 9-to-5 job. You know, it feels like it comes from something that is either left to you or given to you.
Oh, well, I hope somebody doesn't die for that.
I didn't say that, sweetheart.
Oh, okay, good, because that's not how I want it. Okay, good.
So it's fun time, Miss Walters.
Well, good. All right. Well, that makes me, feel better that somebody doesn't have to die to give it to me, because that's not.
Well, it feels like it's coming. I keep wanting to use the words like a structured settlement of some kind. Like money was owed to you, and you're finally going to get it.
Oh.
It's interesting. That's what this feels like.
Oh. Okay, like an accident or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I wouldn't mind getting it that way.
Well, you will know what it is coming up soon.
Okay. Well, I like that.
Yay!
Yeah.
But you're going to get your perky back, and that's most important.
Oh, yeah, because with that, I can do so much more. But without it, it's like, it feels like every moment's like trying to move a mountain.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Yep. So there we are.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Ready for a call?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I am, my friend.
Okay. Our first caller is area code 760. You're on the air.
Hi. 760.
Hi, Karen. You know my number. You got my number.
Uh-oh. Who's this?
It's Gigi.
Oh, hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy to talk to you. How are
Yay.
you? Yay.
So what's news, girl?
Well, first of all, I wanted to mention that it was a while back I spoke with you and I was looking for a job for quite a long time. And you mentioned that, you know, I was going to get one. It was coming up pretty soon. And I've gotten one as of the middle of October. I was hired. And so I am kind of wondering if this was the perfect job that you were talking about or not, because it feels a little tough.
Yeah, but you know what? You hadn't been working for a little while, and it's an adjustment, but it feels like this is something that will be incredibly rewarding for you.
That's what I want to know, because
that
listen,
is exactly what it feels like. This will be very rewarding, and I keep wanting to say, once you're really used to it, and you can get your pace down, this will be you'll be able to do it almost in your sleep, you know?
Yeah.
And it'll be very rewarding because you guys will get along great. They'll love you.
Interesting. Well, the person that hired me, we hit it off pretty quickly.
Yep.
And you did mention that it was kind of like women, more than one woman, and it turns out that she hired another woman as well. So there's three of us. But
you guys will get along like wildfire, and it will be very, very fruitful for you.
Thank you. I guess after the period, because I find that there's not only a lot of pressure, but a little bit of impatience. And I say I'm being generous when I say a little bit.
I understand.
Yeah. And so it's like I'm not hearing a lot of good feedback. I know I'm doing a good job.
You will.
I know I'm doing a good job, but I just is like I can't, I'm getting a lot of criticism. And for me, that is not, I need a balance, you know.
And that will straighten itself out. Okay.
All right.
And by the way, don't be surprised if you don't get a Christmas present sometime around the 15th or so from somebody that you used to know about a different job.
Somebody I used to work.
Somebody that you used to work with.
Uh-huh.
I was humming that song in my head, someone that I used to know. Remember?
Yeah.
But it
That's
feels like
true.
somebody that you used to work with that you know, and it feels like don't be surprised if out of the dear blue you get a call, and you might want to speak to them if you're not particularly happy where you are. Even though I have to tell you, it feels like this would be a very beneficial job for you where you are.
To stay. Uh-huh. Do you feel that there's any movement in the future upwards?
Well, that's what I was talking about.
Uh-huh.
That was exactly what I meant.
Okay.
That it absolutely, there's room to grow there.
Uh-huh.
And you are the one that best understands sometimes when common sense is needed. It's like you're the grown-up in the room, you know?
Yeah.
So and they really need that. So you'll see. And when this phone call comes from the person that you used to know, it'll give you something to seriously think about. But it feels like they like you where you are.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So rest your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Or as they say in Chinese, rest your kepi.
That's Chinese?
It's a little known village in the mountains. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Or they speak Yiddish Chinese.
That's what I thought. That sounded definitely more Yiddish.
I thought it would be familiar to you, you know.
I love it. I always resonate to that. You hit a very good chord with me just then.
I knew that. It was like, yeah, she'll know exactly what I mean. It's like, did she actually say Kepi? I was like, yep, that was me.
As in Kepler?
That's the one. Not to be confused with Quetzala.
Oh my God, I love it so much. I never expected that.
I know that. My mom said I was the secret weapon. I just look like a shiksa.
You kind of threw me for a loop.
I know that. Well, you're a doll. Well, don't worry, sweetheart. You're going to be very happy by the end of this month.
How about love, Karen? Is that coming my way as well?
Yeah, but you're not going to really have much room for it until end of spring, beginning of summer, that like April, June period. And it feels like then, yes. And so, it's funny because he feels like a grown up, but he might be a couple of years younger than you are. You guys are right in the hood, you know. But he's just so lovely. I mean, and he has a fabulous sense of humor. And he's quite tall.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Okay, so I guess I'm just going to have to listen to the rebroadcast because I'm driving through kind of like a little mountainous area, and you started to say, and it's funny because, and then I lost you.
Oh, I said it feels like it's going to be the spring summer period next year.
Yeah.
That's when you will have time for him. And he feels like he might be a couple of years younger than you are, but he's right in the hood, you know?
Yeah.
And he feels quite tall to me. I don't mean like 7'2", okay? But he might be 6'1", 6'2". He's tall.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
And so I don't meet him until that springtime, or do I meet him before then?
It feels like if you have met him or you meet him earlier, it's very casual. And it feels like there's no room for you to put him in your life at this time because you are going to be super busy.
I was super busy for a while, and I was like, you know what? Okay, it's calming down now. Now I can relax a little bit and invite somebody in. But now you're telling me
the pace will be calmer at that time, and you will be. This feels like the perfect timing. And
Karen,
it literally feels like love at first sight for both of you.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I don't get with all my Venus ruled planets. I don't get to say that real often to anybody. I think if I get to say it once in every 10 or 15 years, it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I've got Libra rising, so I'm all about Venus.
Oh, that's so funny. I have 4 planets in Libra and a Taurus ascendant. So I hear you. So go get him, girl.
You bet. I will. Thank you, Karen.
You are welcome, sweetheart, and rest your heart, okay?
Thank you. I will.
All right,
Happy
sweetie.
holidays.
You too.
Yeah. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Well, what did everyone think about that caller?
I'm
She is
so
adorable.
glad that you called.
Oh,
Yeah.
great that she got a job. But
Yeah.
I can see her frustration with like getting criticism because I don't do well when I'm criticized either. That's not a way to lift anybody up.
Yeah, but this is also a new job for her, and they are trying to. They feel kind of overwhelmed right now, and learning the specific way that they do everything. It's like, calm down, people. She'll get it. Hold on. It feels like their need and their understanding of, don't push. If she could work 30 hours a day, she probably would do it to get everything done. Not that anybody here can relate to that.
Nope.
And the funny part is they have great they really like her there, but even management feels frustrated.
Oh.
Because they just feel like all of a sudden they're overwhelmed, But she'll be fine, and the nice part is she'll have a choice.
Oh, good. That should be exciting.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Okay. So you ready for another caller?
Of course, Mr. Jonathan.
Area code 941 is next.
Hi, Karen.
941. Hi, who's this?
My name is Carla. I talked to you the other week regarding a new office space.
A new what, sweetheart?
A new office space. There was that girl, the lady that's there that you said would be on her way out or whatever, and to talk to my landlord. Oh my God! My family said the same thing, and I've had, I did. It went total the opposite. I don't know if he's having a thing with this woman or what, but he more or less, I had to confront him to talk to me because he just was ignoring me and giving me these looks after I talked to him, and he more or less doesn't believe me.
Well, I don't believe that part, honey. I think
and he said that no one's complaining about her, nothing.
Right. No, he's just deaf right now. Don't worry. I don't care what he said to you and how you think he didn't hear you. Trust me, he heard you.
Because he just kind of gives me these looks, almost like dirty looks.
Oh, honey, don't bother. I mean, he's thinking with his little head instead of his big head, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
This will all get taken care of, and she's not going to be there very long. I hear what you're saying, and that may be his unfortunate attitude right now, but this is going to turn around pretty quickly.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Because she tried to interfere in my, told me what to do with my finances and my business, and I had to speak up, and I'm like, this is enough. You need to step back. And I left, and I had to come back and say,
How inappropriate.
No, that's how she's been. And she's like, no, you're going to do it this way. I'm like, you have nothing to do with my business. I'm a renter.
What is wrong with her? Talk about thinking you're the boss of everyone?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm just like, I had to tell her to step back. And, I didn't appreciate her constantly telling me what to do and getting
sticking
involved
her nose
in my finances.
You mean?
Yeah. And see, she lies so much. And he even told me when I confronted him about what was going on that what she said was coming from him was a lie. So she lies all the time, and I don't know if she's going to say our conversation, which I raised my voice. I was so upset, that
Honey,
she's telling me.
I wouldn't worry about that. You didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
And
do
believe me when I tell you, no, she's not
Mm-hmm.
going to say anything, because trust me when I tell you, this is not a fight she wants to pick.
Okay.
So
and,
I'm not. It'll be over soon. She'll be gone very shortly.
Okay. Is it towards me she's going to do something, or towards him, or
Oh no,
somebody
towards
else?
him. And when he realizes he's not the only fish in the pond with her,
Uh-huh.
and she would throw him under the bus in a heartbeat if she thought it would better her,
Uh-huh.
benefit her in some way.
Uh-huh.
So I have a feeling he's about to have a really unwelcome reality check.
Okay. And when do you think this is about to happen?
Oh, honey, what day is it? I mean, any time now, because he's not in a patient mood anyway.
Uh-huh.
And she's going to have some things come up that she is going to act out on, which probably won't be in her best interest. But of course, those people that think they can get away with anything.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry about
But it has nothing to do with me.
Nothing.
Okay. Because I keep on getting that it has something to do with, not towards me, but like money with him.
Oh,
Did
I
something
wouldn't
with
be
his
surprised.
money.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised, honey, because
that's why I won't let her touch my money. My dealing with my clients and my money.
Oh no, sweetheart, not even a little bit. And her
No.
trying to tell you how to do your business, that I'm sorry, that is just hilarious.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you want to say, kiss my butt, you know. I mean, it's like, seriously?
Because I have the only one with the key to my office because somehow they can't find the other key. And she was demanding the beginning of the week for me to give her a key. And I'm like, oh, heck no. She ain't going to get in my
no.
office. I got too much valuable stuff in there. And
not
I told
only that,
him,
but she does not need one.
Yeah, well, I guess
What
there's
does she
emergency
need access
doors,
to?
but,
Honey, you know what?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
Mhm.
That's too bad. She does not need access to your office.
I know, because I told him there's other people that are renting here that I would rather have, because a lot of them are doctors, rather have my key because they're here longer than she. I do not trust her at this moment, what she has done to me. And he goes, I trust her 100%.
Well, of course,
I didn't
because
give him
he
a key
picked
yet.
her. Honey, save
Yep.
your energy. It's okay.
Okay. So, but
That's it. That's
I'm
his
still-
little head and his ego driving the bus. But boy, she is going to do something that I'm telling you, his head's going to explode.
Okay.
And it's got nothing to do with you, so don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Okay. And do you
he's
see me?
he's heard about her before, but he just can't get out of his own way.
I think there's something going on. She flirts dramatically with
Yeah,
him.
well, but she's got nothing else to bring to the party, so of course.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
don't worry about it.
Okay. But
None
do you
of
see
this
me
is
being...
none of this is going to harm you in any way.
Okay.
And don't
do you see me being
what,
I'm sorry,
sweetheart?
go on. I was just wondering if I'm going to be profitable there.
Yeah. And
Okay.
don't worry, you need to completely ignore her and him.
Mhm. Okay.
Seriously.
Okay. Okay.
And do you have a locked filing cabinet?
I don't keep any files there.
Okay. Excellent.
I take all my files home, but I have a lot of stuff because I do healing work and massage and all that kind of stuff. And I just
understand,
don't,
but trust me, I'm not worried about that.
Oh, okay. It's my
not
file,
even a little bit. Yeah, that was the only thing because she's just a twit.
Yeah.
And those are the nice things I can say about her.
Yeah.
So,
but other people see bad things about her because I'm just
well, they've said honest things about her, and none of them are good.
Oh,
because
okay.
she sticks her nose in where it doesn't belong and acts like she is the boss of everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, there is no room for that.
Yeah.
There's no room for that. It's
this says,
butt out and mind your own business. You know? She's telling people how to run their lives? I don't think so.
No, her life is a mess. And
pity. I wonder why.
She said she couldn't get a job before it was because of her physical problems. No, she can climb a ladder pretty quick. She got in a car accident, I guess, years ago, and suing for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I don't think it was that. I think it was her craziness.
I think it's her personality and her ego.
Yeah.
And, you know, it is, she's in for a rough lesson this time. And we'll have nobody to blame. Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
like in the office at that time.
Oh, no, honey. She'll just be gone.
Oh, okay.
Literally. She'll just be gone.
Okay. Good.
So, don't worry.
Okay, as long as it's
Okay.
soon.
It's soon, honey.
Like, I don't know
Very soon.
how much more I can handle them.
And sweetheart, you don't have to. Don't take them home with you. This is your office. Don't let her have that.
Okay. Okay.
Don't do that. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Take care and have lovely holidays.
You too. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
So what do you think about the caller?
I think she's in such an uncomfortable position.
Yeah. I'm so glad she has Karen to give her such great advice. That was such great advice. Don't take it home with you. Let it go.
Well, not only that, but he needed to hear it from her. And when this all blows up on him, boy, is he in for a reality check.
And she took all the right steps.
At 1,000%, and did absolutely the right thing. Right. So and she's such a nice woman. She's just lovely.
She is. She's trying to heal people. She's giving massage. She doesn't need all this bad energy.
No. And this girl
is
really awful. She's awful.
I cannot
I always
know it all.
wonder about this, like what? Well, and she must be incredibly insecure. She must be incredibly insecure because why in the world would you do that to someone? It's like you need to be the boss of everybody.
Right.
It's really? Who invited you in? You know?
And so annoying and frustrating, but
it is frustrating, and you know, in spiritual work, that is really the last thing you need to be dealing with.
Right. Yeah.
It's like get over
you don't
yourself.
Need bad energy. Yeah, bad energy.
No.
Definitely.
Definitely no. It's like
hopefully
I don't remember asking for your opinion, dear. You know.
Right.
I think you can move along now.
I'm glad all of these callers are calling back with updates and you're helping them move along in life.
I love that. I love that
great
because
advice.
We do have the sweetest callers on the planet.
We sure do.
So what else is news?
Okay, we've got area code 216.
Okie dokie.
Hello?
Hi, 216. Where the heck is that?
It's Ohio.
Oh. How are you?
I'm fine. This is Sharon, Karen.
Hi, Sharon. What's news, girlie?
My rising sign is Gemini, too, by the way.
Oh, you and Kelly.
Yeah. I have to give you an update. I have to give you an update, but first, my question has a couple avenues. I'm trying to make this as clear as possible. You know, I'm looking for employment. I've been out now. I'm on my 4th week. Now there is a temp job that I applied for that will hold me over. It's a 4-week assignment doing payroll and stuff. I should have gotten an answer today if I got it. I thought I got it. Are they just being slow? Do you feel I'm still going to get it? Her name is Connie.
I just think they've been, boy, what a crazy time. Everybody is so overwhelmed right now. And I know part of it is the holidays, but you'll definitely hear from them, and it feels like you are the perfect fit for them, and they liked you.
That's what I thought, and I'm giving you an update on this. This isn't the job I want, but it's going to hold me.
No,
You know what I'm
and you're
saying?
not going to stay
It doesn't
there.
touch my savings. I know.
Yes,
I
and
haven't had to
it will be exactly right for now.
for a few weeks now.
Yeah, it's not your permanent job.
Jenna, the recruiter should call me tomorrow. She was supposed to call me today. Do you feel I'm going to hear from her?
Oh,
It's
you'll
supposed to
hear
start
from her,
Monday.
honey. Absolutely, you'll hear from her.
The update I want to give you on that is you told me, you probably don't remember, you said it was going to be an old job I went to. It's not an old job, but it's in the same building as my old job.
Oh,
It's a different
that's
company.
so
And
funny.
one of the girls that worked at my old job works there. So isn't that crazy?
Oh, that is crazy. How bizarre.
Isn't that the most? When I walked in and saw her, I was like, the pay isn't phenomenal, but you know what? It's going to cover my bills for you know what I'm saying?
And that's what you need right now. The rest
so you
is
really feel
like, oh, absolutely. You'll hear from them, and you are the perfect fit for them right now.
And Heidi was the girl that I used to work with, and she's so
isn't
nice.
that the funniest?
You were right about that. And when you said I used to work, I'm like, it cannot be the job. There is no way. That's why
That
I
is hilarious.
Same building. Same building.
That's hilarious.
My next question to this same question, I told you there's a couple avenues to it. The job I really want, I got a response from today. I had to fill out some legal forms because all my job is legal. They want me to come in Monday. I'll do it after work. You know, I'm going to work around the temp job. It's at a financial company. Do you feel I have a good chance? This is a great job.
1,000%. They will like you. Part of what they will really like about you, aside from your crazy credentials, is they will like your professionalism.
Okay.
Which that's very important to them. They don't have to connect the dots for you. And I think you have a really, really good chance at this.
And I know a job like that wouldn't start until the end of January. It takes 4 to 6 weeks after all the interviewing and stuff.
Sure.
So I have a good shot at that. I know you're not God. You can't, say yes or no.
No, I'm definitely not God, honey. I just work here. But it feels like you could start as early as the beginning of January, 10th of January. That's what it looks like.
That's my first. There was another job too. That's a really good job too. And I thought she liked me too.
But they're not what. That's not what they presented themselves to be. It feels like there is drama and hysteria going on there.
They're giving me the runaround, and I don't think it's not that they didn't like me. They're in no hurry to hire anybody.
Honey, that's not what it feels like. You know how I always jokingly say it's God saving us from ourselves?
Yes.
That's what this feels like. Because this feels like absolutely not your job.
It's not. Interesting. Okay.
And I think that it was them because the whole, I keep wanting to say the whole inside of that company, man, they feel hysterical and toxic right now. And it's like, what is wrong with everybody there,
Wow.
And so that's why I said the first thing I said to you is they're not what they're presenting themselves to be to you.
Okay, yeah, her name was Kim. Yeah,
she's not the boss of everybody there.
Yeah,
but boy,
right.
it feels like a mess.
Isn't
that there is
something?
so much drama and stuff going on there. It's like, oh, calm down, people.
Okay. So the one I'm going to Monday, they're going to like my because I have.
They're very nice, much lower key and much easier to deal with. So yes, and you'll get along great with them.
So anything else you can add with employment? You feel I'll be employed by the end of January? Let's say that.
Oh, honey, I think you'll be working and employed and working by the middle of January. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Oh my gosh, you know how stressed you can feel my stress.
I know how
Whew.
stressed you've been, and I understand. It is also, and it's such a crazy energy in the air right now. It's like I want to
You're
say
so
to everybody, exactly, calm down. Nothing's going to run away. Everything's going to be okay. I mean, and you're in you've been going through a very, very complicated and difficult period. Well, actually, it's been up closer to 2, but who's counting? You know. And if you can just be a little, I mean, you are at the literally very end of this.
Oh God, thank you so much.
Sweetheart, if I thought this
so
was going to go on, or it felt like this was going to go on, I would say to you, hold on to your seat. You're not done yet. You know, but that's not what this feels like. And the temporary job makes me very happy because that is a perfect fit for right now.
And they're all very nice there.
They're they're really nice.
I know.
I mean, they're not pretending to be nice. They really are nice. You know?
It's a gas company.
They're lovely, and it's such a funny description, but they're like normal people that understand what happens in people's lives, and it's no problem. You know.
I know.
Well, but it's not fluff.
Go on. Sorry, go on.
They're not fluffing things off. That's how the company really is and how they function. It's like not a problem. Don't worry.
And I know. If you're comparing, I know you can feel from my last job. I mean, it's probably heaven. Anything would be. I know.
They are, well, that's what it feels like. Part of the issue was that with this last almost 2 years, it's like really enough already, honey.
I know.
And
I was there a year and a half.
It's time. Okay, so it's time for things to get easier, and they definitely are. And trust me, you will not be sorry for 1 second. And when you realize that you leaving there was really a gift,
I know.
You'll be a very happy girl.
And you know, I stayed the money. It was great benefits. And I
Thank
thought,
God.
I can move after a year to another department. You know. No, you can't fight a war by yourself.
Not only that, but the whole energy was so toxic, and everybody was out for themselves, and it's like they had no compunction about lying. And it's like, really? Why are you doing that?
I know. That is so true. You just hit
and you
the nail
couldn't have
right
a conversation with anyanybody because you couldn't trust anyone there.
They always tried to top people every time. It was so
Lord.
annoying. That's why I get to the point where I'm like, oh my God. But anyhow, that's gone. So anything else?
Yes, and I'm very happy for you that that's gone.
So I know. I'm a lot of people I don't think would have been able to go through that, and I really mean that. I feel that I'm a very strong person.
Well, not only that, but the nice part is you learn not to take it home with you.
I know.
And it's nope, has nothing to do with me. That's their craziness. And how about them Dodgers? You know?
Yeah. So you feel I will hear tomorrow for this show?
Yes,
hear the next
absolutely.
Day
yes, you
will.
will.
Anything else you can pick up?
Well, you're going to have, it's funny because this feels like, even though it's been a really difficult period, you're going to have such a happy holiday season.
Good.
It's like everybody's going to, and you're going to hear from people you haven't heard from in a long time. Isn't that funny?
I know. I've been bumping into people almost every day this week. Someone from my old.
Wow, that's so funny because it literally feels like you're going to be running into all sorts of people that you haven't seen in a long time and hearing from them. That's what it looks like.
Every place I've gone, I've ran into somebody.
I'm not surprised.
And I promised myself yesterday, you're not going out looking like that in sweats anymore.
I wouldn't worry about that. They all just feel happy to see you.
I know. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all just the worst.
I definitely do, sweetheart. But worry not. You're coming into a really happy time.
Next year will be better for me.
Oh, my God, in every conceivable way.
All right.
And
Thank
you'll
you
have
so much.
and the minute that you start your real job, not the part-time job. The part-time job will be fine, but the real job, that'll be the first really, really, really good night's sleep you've had in a long time.
Oh,
because you will have.
I do not. You're right. I don't.
I know
sleep,
you
you're
don't.
absolutely right.
You will have security there, and they will let you know that. So don't worry, it's all getting better, Dolly.
But the fact
I wanted to ask you a
job
question before you.
building, I could not believe it, Karen, when that job was in, when you told me that. I'm like, that is so crazy. Weird.
Isn't that weird? I mean, it's like, what?
I know. I know. So I'm
that
sorry.
is funny.
I know. It's just unbelievable.
Well, I find it I find it actually hilarious. I'm sorry, what, Jonathan?
Well, I wanted to ask her a question. You know, the other, I think it was about a few weeks ago. Was it you that called in and said, "Oh, I called in last week, but I wanted to call in. I was wanting to know if we call in to ask a question of Karen every week." Was that you?
Yes, I'll be honest. I'm honest. Yes, it was. Yeah, I did.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm right here, honey.
That's
What do you think we're here for?
That's fine. Yeah, I was wanting to know if that was you. That's actually a very good thing. What's your name, ma'am?
It's Sharon.
Okay, well, thank you. I was just curious.
Or as we always say,
that's really sweet.
Karen.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
I remember when we were teasing about that last time.
You made me feel so much better. I've been under so
oh
much
my
stress,
God!
you know
It
that.
just and I'm not kidding. It's so funny because it literally feels like when you know you have the new job. Wow, you just feel so peaceful to me, and you have not had that in such a long time.
Oh, you're right. It's been a year and 2 years. Let's just say 2 years.
That's exactly what it feels like to me, and it feels like the first good night's sleep you get, you're gonna go, wow.
I know. I was attacked
and that
every
feels
day
like
for
the only thing.
365 days. Every day.
It feels like that's
every day.
the only thing that will have changed is when you get that new job, and that's when it feels like, oh my God, I can rest my mind. And
Isn't
you're
that
not
what we all want,
unconsciously stressed out anymore.
Love and peace. Those are the two things I think that are so important in life.
Absolutely, my friend.
I know. Much thank you so much again. You know I'll call again.
You got it, sweetheart. You just rest your heart. It's going to be good. You're coming into a happy, happy, happy time.
Oh, thank you so much. Listen, you have a wonderful. Keep me on. I want to listen to the readings.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay. All right.
I do my treadmill. Okay.
Excellent.
So what did you think of that caller?
Oh, she's a doll.
She's the treadmill woman that she always does a treadmill when she's listening to the show. Me too.
I love that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's so great to hear from her.
Isn't that wonderful? I love the getting the updates from them, and it's very thoughtful of them to call.
Yep.
And to keep us updated. I love that.
I do too. Instead of wondering how people are doing, it's great to hear from them.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I love it.
So you ready for 520 area code?
Sure.
Okay. 520, you're on the air.
Hi, thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi, 520. How are you?
So happy to talk to you.
Oh, well, I'm right here, darling. Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan. He's the one, and Kelly and Barbara.
Thank you, Kelly and Barbara and Jonathan. Thank you.
So what's going on?
Well, I'm an independent contractor in an industry that I studied for and am certified. And there's a requirement that's coming up in January to pay between $5,000 and $6,000, not $5,000, I'm sorry, $500 to $600. It's a fee. It's an annual fee.
Mhm.
Do you see me being able to do that?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh,
It's
good.
so funny
Oh, good.
because not right this second, but starting in February, you're going to wonder if somebody took a billboard out with your name on it, because all of a sudden you're going to be so busy. You're going to go,
Oh, my
where
heavens.
did everybody suddenly find me?
Oh, my gosh. Oh.
I mean, all of a sudden.
You know, I'm the one that called you a while back, not a while back, recently. I had gotten a hot chili pepper up, whatever, and got a whim, and I went on the computer and saw a job posting, and I went to the interview. I put in my resume, and I wasn't too sure if I, would want to take that position. I have my 4-year-old grandson with me part-time whenever his mom allows him to stay
Right,
with me.
little
He's
cutie pie.
like 5 hours away he lives. And so I'm very fortunate that he can stay with me.
And so
father,
is
my
he,
son.
by the way.
Oh, yes, that's my other question. His father is my son. He's in heaven. His father's in heaven. And
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
I am too. Thank you. Thank you for your words. But
The choices
I'm very
people
grateful.
make, you know?
Yeah, I know. But his
But-
family, that place that he goes to live at, where his mother, is raising him, my hair is standing on end.
Well,
And
you're going to love this.
Okay.
You know, karma's a funny thing. And I'm not terribly worried about her.
Okay,
And I'm
good.
not terribly worried about your access to your grandson.
Okay, good.
Because that feels like that will come more frequently and more easily, because she's is there a nice way to say an incredibly selfish creature?
Yes. I get
and
it completely.
and she uses the child, unfortunately, as a weapon.
Yes, you got it.
I know. Oh, I
And
knew exactly what I was looking at. Don't
got
worry.
She has a litter of kids, each by different men. And
Well,
they're not
of course,
all...
one of these days she'll figure out what causes that, and she'll have it fixed.
Yeah.
I'm kidding,
well,
honey.
Yeah, I know. She's a professional woman. I mean, she just
No,
recently
yeah,
got her license.
we're not gonna. This isn't about her, okay? This
I
is
know.
about your relationship with your grandson. And the nice part
So
is,
I get worried.
oh,
about
don't,
him.
please
So when I have
don't.
to take him back.
I beg of you,
Okay.
don't,
Okay.
because he is going to be more fine than you have any idea.
Oh, good.
And
Thank you, God.
he has some heavy insurance, as they say.
Yeah.
Dad,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
And he is very, 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 very well taken care of. So I'm not
Oh,
worried
thank you,
about
Jesus.
him, sweetheart.
Thank you. Thank you, God.
And as God help her.
Okay.
Trust me when I tell you, she wouldn't dare harm this child. So please don't worry about that, sweetheart.
Okay. It's the litter of kids that I worry about. Some of them are a lot older.
Please
than me.
don't worry about it.
Okay. All right.
This
I won't.
is going to be fine, because there's, when I keep hinting at karma about her.
Yeah.
Yeah. People should think about their behavior when they are so narcissistic and only want to serve themselves.
Yeah.
And that really is her personality and temperament. And I pray for you to not don't carry that around.
Okay.
This isn't about her. Your grandson, thank God. When I say to you he's got serious protection, I'm not kidding.
Okay. Thank you,
And
Jesus.
she has made some very, very poor choices.
Yes.
And
yeah.
Well, where I'm going with this is she has absolutely, sometimes people don't think about what they've done and who they're doing those things to.
Yeah.
They don't understand the ramifications. And it feels to me like some of that's going to come back and bite her.
Okay.
So you will probably wind up with your grandson a whole lot more often than you have in the past, and you will not have to fight for it either, or wait for her to negotiate so you can see him.
Okay.
So don't worry, honey. By March of next year, you will be a very happy lady.
Oh, thank you, God. Thank you.
It is, and you're not going to have to worry at all about your grandson.
Oh, thank you, God. Oh, thank you.
Boy, he's got serious protection, sweetheart.
I'm so. Thank you. I know this is on archive, and I'm going to re-listen to it. And it's also the way I make money. I don't want to put him at the babysitter all the time when he's with me, when I'm
working.
Honey,
you're not going to have to worry about that. That's all going to get taken care of. So that's not going to be a problem, and don't jump far ahead thinking you know how things are going to be.
Okay.
When I tell or how they're going to get this way, when I tell you March, April, you will have lots of time with your grandson.
Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness.
Okay. So please rest your head, rest your heart, and stop worrying. He's going to be fine.
Oh, good. Do you see him living with me permanently?
Pretty much, at least most of the time. He'll probably go visit somebody else for a couple of days out of the month, but pretty much most of the time it feels like he's going to be with you.
Oh, permanently, forever? I mean, please.
Yeah. To raise him, yes. And it feels like that you will probably be awarded custody by the court.
Oh my
because
goodness.
she will not be able to care for him.
Oh, I'm getting chills. I get what you're saying because I've had other people.
I'm trying to be delicate about it, But you know exactly what I mean. And do you remember when I said to you the choices people make? They should be careful about making those choices and the people that they decide to do those things to. And she does not. She has made some very, very, very frightening enemies.
Oh my Lord! As long as my grandson.
Honey, your grandson's going to be fine, and if he wasn't, I would say you need to get him out of there right now. But that's not what this looks like.
Okay.
So she's the one that is in danger, not your grandson.
Oh my Lord! Well, I don't wish anything on anyone.
This is not you wishing any. That's not what I said. Yeah. This is what I see happening.
No, I know what you said. I know. I just want us all to be kumbaya and do better
that's funny. That's what I always say. That's hilarious.
Make a little apple crumb cake.
God rest Rodney King's soul. Can't we all just get along?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, come on. So don't worry, sweetheart.
I love you to pieces. I just love you to pieces.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Peace. You're
bringing
you. Early Christmas to my heart. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I could do that, and I can see that for you. I mean, I know how complicated this has been and how unreasonable she is.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting. I mean, her selfishness is so astonishing to me. I don't even know where to put that. But boy, did she piss off the wrong person. I got to tell you. Talk about really stupidly selfish. For such a smart woman, she's incredibly stupid.
She is very. You're right. You know her. You know her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She went and passed the hardest exam a person can pass on the planet this past year before last. Everyone was like, "What?" You know.
Well,
and
like I said,
she became licensed.
She's very smart, but she's incredibly stupid for such a smart person. And she takes no one else's feelings into consideration. You don't play with people's emotions. And boy, she's actually made a couple of enemies that are dangerous. And shame on her.
Okay, so my grandson says you're saying, okay. And
honey, I'm not one calorie worth worried about him. That little angel is very protected from the next world.
Okay.
So,
and you know what? I saw an image. This is so freaky. Not freaky, but I was coming out of a sleep a few months back, and I saw, which sometimes I'll get visions, and I saw all white, iridescent white army boots and men's
gee, I wonder who that could be, honey.
And it was planted around my grandson. And it was all iridescent. And you and I are on the same wavelength. And so I knew that was telling me that my son was there.
Oh, sweetheart, it is. I mean, he's enveloped him. You hear me?
Oh,
God helps anybody that tries to harm your grandson.
Thank you, Jesus.
He's very protected, sweetheart. Rest your heart.
You have removed such fear. Thank you.
You are welcome, and God bless you, sweetie. Have lovely holidays, okay? And next time you see your grandson, give him a hug from Auntie Karen, okay?
He's right here. Yeah, I will. Thank you.
Give him a big hug for me, all right?
Thank you. I will.
All right, sweetheart. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
So, what do you think of that call?
That was an intense one.
Yeah. I've been doing this since I'm a little kid, and I will never understand how emotionally selfish people can be. And when they use children as a weapon, it just breaks my heart. It's unbelievable. It is heartbreaking, and it's something that is so soulless. How do you do that to a child?
I have watched people go through that. I have watched my mother, my brother's son. The girl was so difficult, and it would always just hurt the child. I mean, to not be able to see the grandma, just because she's arguing with the man. I mean, that just is so wrong.
Well, it is so just soulless. I mean, how do you do that to a child? It's horrifying to me. And I'm very grateful that this little boy has such, heavy protection, because it definitely feels like his father enveloped him in protection.
Cool.
And there are a couple of other people in the next world that are also around him. And this is a very protected little boy. And it's so funny because there's something truly angelic about him. He has the most beautiful eyes, and there's a light in him. And so she can carry on and self-destruct all she wants. It's not going to do anything to his life.
Oh, good.
Negatively. He's not in danger in any way. So, I'm very grateful for that.
That really touched her when you told her that.
Honey, it's the truth. And if I didn't see that, I would tell her I did not see that. Because the mother was very crystal clear to me that she used the child for a weapon, and how selfish she is and vindictive she is, and it's what's in it for me. It's like, what is wrong with people? It's like, what are you, crazy? You know? And it is, I think, I look at this little boy, and the funny part is his grandmother knows him very well. They got each other instantly, and the mother has absolutely no idea who this little boy is. And I am deeply grateful that he has his grandmother.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. So
she's never given up.
Honey, you know what? And thank God she's got more powerful help. You know? That is way beyond the understanding of the little boy's mother. He has formidable protection.
Good. Confirmed tonight.
Oh boy. Yeah, he's adorable. Isn't it hard to believe we were that size once? We were 4 years old. It's like, how'd that happen? You know? He's a cutie pie. And smart as a whip.
She really loves him.
Yes.
They're lucky to have each other. They're going to have a wonderful life.
He was her gift. He was her gift. And that's a karmic. That is a karmic relationship. I'm sorry, Jonathan. Yes, bring it on, dude.
Just let me if you're ready for 203 now. You ready for that?
Sure, honey. 203. Is that what
you said? 203.
Okay. Hello, 203. Hi.
Hello.
Who's this?
Hi. This is Pat. We're going to kind of be on the same topic. I want to tell you, you helped me profoundly and gave me a lot of hope and positive attitude towards going to see my family at Thanksgiving. I had talked about my son. We had a fallout a year ago, and I was really concerned how everyone was going to feel about me coming back. And everyone, I couldn't have asked for it to be better.
They were so happy to see you. Yep.
No, they weren't. Everyone was very well behaved and civil. And I was
that's
grateful
what we're talking
for that.
about. You're not kidding.
But this led to even more heartbreak for me. For them, everything is wonderful, and I'm very happy for them. The in-laws are going to give my son and his wife 9 acres next door in a part of the country that breaks my heart that I'm not there anymore. I want to be there so badly. I'm so happy for them. My son and his wife will have to figure out how to afford to build, but my goodness, they've got land that's so valuable and in a beautiful part of country. And you know what? My granddaughter was the grandmother sewed her an apron, and she's cooking in the kitchen with grandma and developing a phenomenal relationship with her and grandpa. And I listened to my son talk to them in the kitchen, and I was in the room with my granddaughter, and it's like he's adopted them as his family. And I'm so heartbroken because they're all going ahead basically without me. And all I wish for is that maybe the mother-in-law would get beyond herself and say, hey, Pat, we want you to be part of this family too. You're welcome anytime. But no one can. And it's, I'm not sure. My son was wonderful and really trying after years of being verbally abusive to me, letting his anger out on me. He's turned around a lot, and he tried so hard to make this all work out. And, you know, he said to me on the way up, or making arrangements, he said, listen, you know, when Kryptonite Mom has Freya asleep, the father-in-law can't even make the boards creak in the floor. He can't open the door, blah, 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 blah.
Lord.
it's oh yeah, that's what it's like all the time with this wife. And he said, you coming into the mix is bringing a nuclear bomb. And he was being kind. He was really trying to communicate what's ahead.
Oh,
and
honey, I
know
was
that,
waiting for you to finish. You have no idea what you're dealing with.
well,
And your son is, he's sort of trapped.
yes, he is.
He made a choice, and I'm sorry that you guys had the falling out last year, but he will do everything he can to stay in communication with you. And it may be when he has 7 minutes driving somewhere in the car by himself,
That's exactly what he does.
That's exactly
On
what
the
it
way
feels like to
home,
me. Yes,
yeah,
that's
in
exactly
between
what it feels
subways.
like to me. Yep.
Yep, in between subways and cars honking, he calls me occasionally on his
That's
way home.
exactly what it feels like. Well, that's going to become a regular part of your relationship, because don't for 1 second think he doesn't know what he's dealing with. And the other grandmother,
yeah,
yikes, honey. I mean, she gives the word, the words control freak, and her picture's right next to it. I mean, talk about rigid. Man, there is, and it's so funny, that 9 acres of land that they gave your son and daughter-in-law, that comes with every conceivable attachment. There were prerequisites. You can have this if you do this, and if you do this, and if you do this, and if you do this. So he feels kind of trapped, you and I both know that there's a difference between love and like. He loves you because you are his mother. He does not love his mother-in-law. Does he also likes you because how difficult and complicated things can be. He also just doesn't like them very much, because nobody can say anything. You cannot disagree with his mother-in-law, because she is a punisher. And it's going to be her way or no way.
Are you picking up on the mother-in-law or the wife?
Oh, no, honey. From an apple tree, you don't get pears.
Okay.
But she learned that from her mother.
All right.
Your daughter-in-law learned that from her mother. And the mother-in-law is where the real rigidity comes from. And she was, she must really be proud of herself. God. Yikes. However, your relationship, I know this is going to sound funny, but your relationship with your son will actually get closer over this coming year. And he is going to do everything possible to, I want to say, knit you closer to him, because he feels like a stranger in a strange land. There cannot be any real conversations in their house.
Yeah.
And it's, forgive me, but man, what in the world a nightmare that is. He's not allowed to have a difference of opinion.
Yes.
Neither is his father-in-law.
Absolutely.
It's like it's his wife and his mother-in-law. It's their way or the highway, but it all stems from the mother-in-law. Yikes! I mean, how miserable do you have to be? And your granddaughter, your son is going to do everything possible to make sure that you and she have a relationship and that it is not, you're not invisible, continually invisible. That will be his work. And it's going to be interesting because it'll literally be almost like he's living two lives. But he's not going to sacrifice his relationship with you anymore. And you're not going to be isolated where you are, so please rest your heart.
Okay. All this, you know, I buffered his anger for years. But
honey, I know that, but you know what? He's not 12 anymore. He's an adult.
No,
and wait a minute. And he was angry at not, I keep wanting to say it feels like he always felt like he wasn't enough. Not because of you, because he was around people that let him feed that. Do you know what I mean? And that was what took from the time he was 8 years old.
Yeah.
And this had very little to do with you, because you were fighting a very complicated battle, and all of a sudden now he's grown up and he's looking around going, wow, what the heck am I doing? You know, this is ridiculous. Yeah. And he realizes that he didn't like himself.
Right.
And now he looks at himself and says, you know what? There's nothing wrong with me. I do the best I can. And the reality is his daughter and you are the two most important people in his life.
Okay. I just, what I wanted to ask you was, he conveyed so much disrespect and looking down on me, and I just wanted to know, does he truly feel that way about me, or was it just the anger? Okay.
Honey, that was his anger, and that was him talking about himself. That's what it's called, projection.
Wow. What can I do for him? And, you know,
sweetheart, you can do me a favor. Stop trying to fix his life. He's not 12. He's an adult now and has made some choices that he pays for every day. It had nothing to do with you.
Oh, God.
He didn't ask your opinion. And it's very interesting because there has been an integral interior change in him.
Yeah.
And he realizes that you were trying to figure out what would make him happier, what would assuage this anger. And you tried all your life, but it had nothing to do with you. It didn't matter if you danced on the head of a pin. It wasn't going to be enough, because this is his journey. It's not yours. Don't destroy yourself because he has this big lesson to learn, to stop spraying his insecurity and stuff all over people that actually love him.
Yeah.
And the funny part is he picked a wife and a mother-in-law that make him look like a pussycat.
I see.
Got it?
Yeah.
That's his lesson, honey. So he's going to try very hard to heal this relationship with you. Stop hanging on to what happened in the past.
No, I'm not. That disrespect just really, I just want that out of my system, and I wanted to ask someone that I respected, you know, and get an answer for that.
And you really need to let it go, sweetheart.
Yes,
I'm serious, because if he could bite his tongue off for the things that he said to you, he's ashamed of himself. He knows it had nothing to do with you, and that he was acting out his own stuff. Had nothing to do with you. You were just a convenient target because he knew you loved him.
Okay. I didn't know he was even aware, and that's
my God,
wonderful.
He has become incredibly aware the last couple of years.
Okay. my feeling is I really want a relationship, a partner in life finally, and part of that is I want to be saved from my financial whole life, blah, blah, blah. My dream is my way of getting to my granddaughter and Terry is to have money and to be in a relationship where I'm a happier person and to have the ability to come visit. Is that going to happen?
I want you to learn something. If you learn one thing, I want you to learn that being happy is a choice. Okay? You can't keep all these old demons running around in your head about what happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 25 years ago. Because when we are happy, the right partner finds us. It's very interesting. Yes. Happy is a very, very attractive quality in people.
Yeah.
And when you are authentically happy, because you have a million reasons to be happy. And I'm telling you, you're on the right side of this. If this was 3 years ago or 5 years ago or 10 years ago, I would say, honey, this is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
But
it's been a rough ride.
Oh, boy. Well, you've had, 28 years of not a lot of fun, okay? And 28 years is a really long time, sweetheart.
28 years, you mean raising my son? Or the past 28?
The past 28 years have not been fun.
No.
It's been one thing after another, and you have had no joy in your life. And
exactly.
When that is going to come along when you make the choice to be happy. You need to literally evict all this negative crap from your head.
Okay.
And those voices. He's not that guy anymore.
Okay.
He's not that guy anymore.
Okay.
And now that he has a daughter, oh my!
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the life looks different.
Yeah.
And you're gonna laugh. His mother-in-law, you're a pussycat, okay? Next to her.
Wow.
She is frightening. She gives the words control freak a whole new definition, sweetheart.
Is she in competition with me?
Honey, she's in competition with everybody.
Okay.
That's why this is non-negotiable, okay? This is not you or her, okay? There needs to be room for both of you. And you'll have a lovely relationship with your granddaughter, and your son is the one that will do everything possible to make that happen.
Okay. That's wonderful.
Okay. So and a big part of it is to make up for the grief that he caused you.
Oh.
Trust me, this last couple of years has been a big wake-up call for him.
Okay. Here's what I'm doing to get the negativity out of my head. I've been doing a therapy treatment, it's like biofeedback. They put electrodes on your head.
I know what biofeedback is.
This is called LENS.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I did that for 30 sessions, and it did make a difference. And then my meds doctor said, wow, if that really did make a difference, think what this would do. I'm now doing TMS. Which is,
good for you.
Oh, my goodness. It's like they're cracking my skull. It's crazy. And I'm only my third day in, and I'm scared now that it's not going to work. I want it to work, but that's what I'm doing.
Do you see what you do anytime something positive is happening and it's different from what you are used to, you immediately think something negative is going to happen?
Because it's been 66 years of unbelievable negative
But sweetheart,
things.
that's not who you are now, and that's not where your life is now.
Okay.
And you have a very different way of looking at the world right now. And you are taking the opportunities to get the therapies that are necessary to help you step out of all the negativity.
I'm doing EMDR too.
I'm so proud of you. Every time I go in someplace, and it's funny. I've told the girls this and Jonathan this. Every time I go in the bank or the doctor's office or the pharmacy, wherever it is, they always say to me, "Are you always happy?" And I lean over and very quietly I go, "It's an inside job." Because I wouldn't trade that for anything.
Yeah.
And the truth is, when you know that what your intentions are, and God knows your intentions, that's all that matters, sweetheart.
Okay.
And that's the part you need to get. You don't have ugly intentions. I want you to do yourself a favor. I always wish people exactly what they deserve in this life, because I wish for us what we deserve, and what I would wish that would be happiness and peace of mind, emotional and financial stability. Those are the things. Good health. Don't you deserve those things?
Yes, I'm beginning to. Yes, I would like those things. I really, really would.
Well, you know what? You can do that in the blink of an eye.
I believe that too.
It's between our ears. And once you make the decision to do that, and you realize that all of whatever is going on with anybody else, that has nothing to do with you. And people that are mean or unkind, or don't take that with you. Has nothing to do with you. You didn't break that. You can't fix that.
Yeah.
Be kinder to yourself.
I know.
And you will see all of a sudden, you're gonna, as you give yourself permission to do that, you'll be astonished at how many lovely people come into your life. I'm serious.
I believe
you'll make a whole new group of friends that all of a sudden you're going to think to yourself, what do I have, a sign on my forehead that says, "Hi, how are you?" I mean,
that would be wonderful. You know what?
What, Dolly?
I just want to tell you that I want to ask you guys if you're interested in this, and I don't need an answer today, but I want very, very much to solve this crime of a bald eagle that was shot 30 years ago and lived in a sanctuary after that.
Oh, my God.
Because he didn't have a wing that he could fly. So taken care of for 30 years, and someone a few months ago went in and stole the bird, I think for feathers, and I'm pretty sure the bird is now gone. But I really want to help these people, the sanctuary. They're heartbroken. I want to
do you have a picture of him?
Yes,
of the
do.
bird? Good.
Yes.
Good. I want you to get in touch with me through Facebook.
Okay.
And I will gladly help you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you.
I will gladly help you.
You've been phenomenal. You know, you're newly in my life, and I can't tell you, you've given me so much strength to go forward with
Please
renewed
give that
hope.
to yourself, sweetheart.
Okay.
Because we're here for you. Remember the name of the show? Isn't
I
that
got
what
it
life
now.
is all about?
Yeah.
Life, laughter, happiness.
Yeah, I know. And I listen to you laugh all the time, and your incredible voice. And
And the other L, love.
Love. Yeah. You're all terrific. You're really all terrific. Very special.
Thank you, sweetie.
Thank
and please
you.
don't be a stranger.
I won't.
Okay?
Good. All right. How do I find you on Facebook?
Karen
the
Page.
Life Laughter?
Or Life, Laughter, Happiness. Absolutely.
Okay.
All
Great.
right? Okay,
Thank
sweetheart.
You. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you,
Thank
and
you. God bless.
Good night, sweetheart.
Oh, she is so nice.
Oh,
yeah.
my heart just breaks for her. It's like You know, I always say to people, don't carry that around with you. Boy, what valuable lessons she is learning right now. And I'm so grateful that at this point in her life, she is finally taking care of herself and working on healing this.
She really is working a lot.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She's lovely.
And I know
lovely.
you can help the ego, too. And that's so...
Yeah. That's heartbreaking. What kind of a monster does that?
Exactly. And, wow, you know, for her to reach out to you about that, I mean...
Oh, I will gladly help. It's so funny, I already have a picture of the guy that did this in my head.
Oh,
good.
Yep.
Wow.
So,
well,
never mind.
We are about out of time, but did you want to do the shout-out, Barbara?
Sure. I just want to thank all of our listeners because we have been getting more subscriptions, so thank you. But if you haven't already,
sweetest
please.
Audience in the world.
And thank you, Karen, so much for touching all of the callers in your special way. I mean,
I love
really
them.
Do. It's amazing.
I love them.
Thank you. And just a reminder that Karen's on Life, Laughter, Happiness every Tuesday and Thursday, so always tune in. We just love our Tuesdays and Thursdays with Karen.
Yay!
And,
You guys can't see me doing the
everywhere.
happy dance, but I do the happy dance when we're on the air.
Yeah.
And I'm working on the choreography that we all worked out.
Oh, yeah. It's waiting for you all out there. Yeah. Okay. And just to directly contact Karen if you'd like to on KarenPage.com, her website, and visit us on all of our social media. We would love to hear from you all. We love you guys. Facebook,
Absolutely.
Twitter,
Leave us a note on our Life, Laughter, Happiness site or Facebook.
Yeah. Everywhere. Across the board, you guys. So thank you.
I love you guys.
Show. Love you too.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Karen.
Have a great
Bye,
night.
Barbara. Bye, Kelly.
Bye.
Good night.